Okay, now once we get the idea of what it means to combine positive and negative numbers, we need to introduce a general concept or a rule because you just can't draw out number lines every time you need to combine positive and negative numbers. So here are our rules. The rules say if the signs are the same, then we're going to add what we traditionally think, what add is, and keep the sign the same. If the signs are different, we're going to do what we traditionally think of as subtraction, and we're going to keep the sign of the larger number. Now notice I put larger in quotations because positive numbers are always going to be larger than negative numbers, but we're just looking at the number itself, not the sign. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to do these examples actually both ways. I'm going to do it using the rule, which I better bring that down a little bit. We're going to use the rule, and then we're also going to show it on the number line to make sure that we're correct. Okay, so here this says we've got -8 plus a -2. Now here, the signs are the same for both of these numbers. This is a -8 and this is a -2. If the signs are the same, we add the numbers and keep the sign the same. So 8 and 2 would be 10, and we keep that sign a negative. Now let's show that on a number line, just real quickly. If I were to draw out a number line, and let's say, here's 0. If I start at -8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I go an additional 2 units in the negative direction, we're sitting now at -10. So it does work if we look at it visually, but it also works if we use the rules. This one says 12 and -5. Well, here our signs are different. We have a positive number and we have a negative number. So our rule says if the signs are different, we subtract. So if I just subtract these, 12 minus 5 would be 7. And it says, and keep the sign of the larger number. Well, if I'm just looking at the numbers, just as far as plain numbers, 12 and 5, 12 would be larger than 5. So the positive sign here on the 12 wins. So this is actually a +7. Now, when it's a positive number, we don't have to write positive because we understand that 7 is a positive number. Let's look at this on a number line so we can see if that's true. Okay, let's say I start here at 0, and I'm going to go to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this says I'm going to go in the negative direction 5 units. So if I go in the negative direction 5 units, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would end up right here, and that is at 7. So it does work. Okay, now when we start getting to larger numbers, it starts to be a little bit more difficult to try to draw out number lines. I mean, I don't want to draw out a number line with 56 tick marks. That's going to take me forever. So let's just think about our rules. The signs here are different. We've got a -56 and a +26. So if the signs are different, we subtract. Now, we just subtract the easiest way. It's easier to take 26 away from 56 because that would be what, a 30? And then we keep the sign of the bigger number. Well, 56 is larger than 26, so its sign is what we will keep. So this will be a -30. All right, let's try one more here. This one actually has 3 things. Well, we can only add and subtract 2 things at a time. So let's just do this -6 and the -15. Here our signs are the same, so we will add the numbers. So 6 and 15 would be 21, and we keep the sign. Since they're both negative, our answer is negative. Now we still have to add that -7. But again, our signs are the same. So same signs, we would add. That would be 28, and we keep the sign. So our answer would be -28.